People as resource. People as resource, it means that a nation in which there are working population who contributes to the national economy, and this economy builds up by the contribution of each working person by collecting income tax. Like other resources, people is also a resource, which is called as human resource. Human resource, when more evolved and more developed with better education and health, it is called as human capital. When human capital is invested with physical capital, it adds up value to the Indian government income. When people invest in human capital, they can get better yield in return, as they are investing human capital for better education, training and medical care, so that they can become an asset to the nation in the future. By the way, do you know what are asset and liabilities? The people who contribute to the national government by the providing tax, they are called as assets. The people who are burdened for the Indian economy, they are called as liable. Now let's continue further. The healthier the people, the higher the concentration they can do. The better the training, the higher the placement they get. The better the education is, the higher the job they get, which add value to the Indian income is called economic activities. They are classified into two types based on their nature and the purpose. Let's see classification based on their nature. There are three sectors based in this classification. They are primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary sector. In primary sector, there are products made with raw or products of materials obtained from the nature directly. Secondary sector. These are the sectors which finish the product which are coming from the primary sectors, so that they are finished and now able to sell more efficiently. Example, manufacturing. Tertiary sector. In tertiary sector, there are no processing or manufacturing, but there are selling and transportation of goods. Example, transportation, software, banking, insurance companies, etc. These people with better education, health facility or training get more income or more placements. People with better skills and having an idea of the work will also gain profit in the work, such as a farmer who is investing money in his land, capital and all other things. But do you know what is all the thing which controls this land, all of this? That is human capital. Yeah, because if there is no human capital, there is no land utilized or there is no capital invested. That's why human resource is very important. Regarding this education problem, government has introduced Navodaya Vidyalayas, which are fully free schools with no fee. There they get midday meals and many other facilities. Especially they get special education for girls. Government has launched the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, according to which the children aging between 6 to 14 have compulsory education. They have the right to get educated. Their education is free without any cost. Their education cost is taken care by the government. They are also provided with better facilities to get educated better. The government also took steps to build a primary school compulsorily in each village. As we know that every person cannot get well educated because of their financial crisis or some other family burdens. But government has taken some steps to overcome this situation and make more assets for the nation. Regarding this education problem, government has introduced Navodaya Vidyalayas, which are fully free schools with no fee. There they get midday meals and many other facilities. Especially they get special education for girls. Government has launched the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, according to which the children aging between 6 to 14 have compulsory education. They have the right to get educated. Their education is free without any cost. Their education cost is taken care by the government. They are also provided with better facilities to get educated better. The government also took steps to build a primary school compulsorily in each village. In the remote areas where there are no schools, for example in the mountain areas, the school cannot be built because the land is so slopey. So the government has taken a motive to teach the students through virtual classes from TVs, phones and many other devices. They have automated classes through which children get educated and become an asset to the nation later on. Health is also very essential in investment of human capital. But as I said before, everyone can't afford better quality of health. So government has taken some steps for providing health to people who cannot afford better quality of health. The government has provided accessibility to better health care. It has prepared and launched family welfare programs. It offers nutritional guidances, especially for the poor people. It increases healthcare centers and institutions in a country. It also increases the beds and better facilities in the hospitals. It also increased the number of doctors and working staff or nursing staff in the hospitals. This led to better life, increased life expectancy and infant mortality rate, and birth rate has increased and death rate has decreased, due to which the population had increased. When a person is willing to find a job at acceptable wages but cannot find one, that is called as unemployment. Unemployment exists from the age of 15 to 59. If the person is below or above this age circle, then he won't be considered as an unemployed person. There are many types of unemployment. There are seasonal unemployment, disguised unemployment and educated unemployment. Seasonal unemployment, where the farmers grow crops at particular seasons, but when the season is over, they don't get money, they don't work, so they have to find some other occupation to sustain their livings. As they have no work or no income, they are considered as unemployed. Disguised unemployment, when a family in the farm needs 3 people to work, but there are 5 people working, then the other 2 people are considered as unemployed because there is no need of working. The work is extra. The other 2 people are working just because the work is done faster. This kind of unemployment is called as disguised unemployment. The other one is called educated unemployment. The people who are well educated, who are well trained and given better facilities at medical care, but even they are unemployed, then it is called as educated unemployment. This happens due to the family's burden, or the family's better financial stage, when where the person doesn't need to work. This is called as educated unemployment. Vacancies in some employments of urgently needed employees, like qualified crane operators, civil engineers, and metal workers, where these people work at building of some houses which doesn't need any occasion or any other things to be declared when it is built. But whenever the houses are built, these three employees needed quickly. When people are unemployed, they have many social effects or impacts on them. Like when people are employed, they can support unemployed people to get employed and be an asset to the nation, so that they can help the nation to gain its GDP. In families, unemployed people give less importance to education, which leads to the uh, lesser quality of education to the future generation. Due to this, they get a sick economy, and there is a decrease in the GDP of the nation. The largest employer of primary sector is agriculture industry. The largest employer in secondary sector is textile industry. The largest opportunities in the tertiary sectors are in IT and scientific working areas.
Request to every student is that please pay attention to your studies so that you become an asset to the nation in the future. Thank you.